this week I wanted to show you something that seems very simple, but is actually a little bit complex, but it allows you to spread your flowers throughout your home. So what I'm doing is I have a whole lot of small sort of what we call bud vases, and I'm going to spread my bundle across the vases, okay? And we're going to see how many I can end up filling, which means I can put them in my bedroom and the bathroom and the living room and all over the house. It's a nice way to sort of feel the presence of flowers in every room of your home. So what I'm going to start with are some of these white vases. And you know, a lot of people ask me how to use vases like this that have a wide base and a narrow opening. And I'm going to show you what you do with those to work with them, because they can be a little trickier than they appear. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got these 3 small, and then I've got 2 large white ones as well. And I haven't planned this out, so we'll learn together. I think what I'll do is put a little salal, which I'm just going to use just a few of my pieces in each one of these white vases. I'm just trimming it, and I'm working with the shape. So I like that this piece sort of curves. I'm going to stick it in there, and look at that, it fits perfectly. And here's another one. I'm going to trim it and take off this little leaf, I think. Stick it in, and I'll get another piece. And one thing that's really helpful when you're working this way is to have all your vases lined up, have water in them, and then just start placing the flowers, okay? That way, as you see it, you can do it. You don't have to really, stop and get your vases ready. And if you don't use everything, fine. Or if you need another one, obviously go find one. But I always like to have a bunch ready to go. All right, so here are my 3 small vases. And I think what I'm going to do here is put in some of my cool iguana roses. I love the name of these. And they'll open up really nicely. They're just incredible color. So I'm going to trim this pretty short. Okay, and I'm taking off these leaves. Now, these suckers have crazy thorns on them, and Berkeley has been cutting them off for you so that it won't hurt your hands. But if you catch one like I have here that has a little thorn, you can just sort of snip it, okay, so that the thorn no longer is pointy on the end. It doesn't hurt your hands. But again, we've taken off most of them for you, but I apologize if you get one and it hurts your hands. Just try and look at them first. Same thing too, another tip, I want you to take off any guard petals, which would be the outer petals of the rose, if they look bruised at all, okay? And this one has a little bit of bruising on it. And we keep those on there for you so that, you only have to take off one layer and have the beautiful inside. Here we go, another one. And my 3rd rose, a few guard petals coming off. Stick it down in here. This is a thinner opening. Let's see if it's going to work. Yeah, just barely. Okay, so I have my 3 cool little white vases. And this is something I might keep as a trio and sort of line up down a table or something, but for now I'm going to put them off the camera. Now, more white vases. I have 2 tall ones here, and I had sort of a plan, and I forgot, of course, so let's start over again. I've got a piece of salal. I think what I'll do is stick it in here. Again, I like that shape. I want to keep that, okay, but I'm going to pick up another piece of my salal. Here's a nice one. It's very upright, and again, I think I'll play off that shape. Just give it a trim, slide it in, and I remember my thought, which was to use one of my gorgeous Lysianthus in, I think, this smaller one here, and I'm going to give it a cut, and I'm going to place it in. And do you see how the Lysianthus sort of flows the same shape of the leaf? It's pretty cool that way, so I'm going to keep it like that. And in this taller upright one, I've got some beautiful blue delphinium, and I certainly wanted to make sure that for this week, which Hanukkah is starting, that we had a little blue. So I'm going to stick this one in. These tiny little guys that have bent over I'll keep for later. Trim this up. stick it in. I've got one there, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put my second Delph in. Voila. Okay. And I have a little bit of this Monte Cassino, my favorite names, and I'm going to trim it, and I think I'll put it right into the center here, just to add a little more sort of depth to this guy. And let's see what happens here if we put a little Monte Cassino in as well. And I can always take it out later. It's just fun to play with it for now. I don't want to ruin that shape, so that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I think we're all right. All right, I'm setting this aside. Done for now. All right, next up. Some more vases. All right. I had a plan here too. Oh well, we'll figure this out. Here's a vase that everyone asks me about, this shape in particular. It's annoying, all right? There's a lot of vases out there that look like this, and they're hard to deal with because this opening is so small and the bottom is so big, and it has to look right. Let me show you what you can do. You can take a touch of Solal, like I have here, giving it a little trim, sticking it in. I think I need to take this piece off. Okay, watch this. Then I've got one more piece of my Lisianthus. I'm going to trim this. Now I'm kind of doing this backwards, which is weird because I'm thinking of it the way that you're seeing it, but I'll just do it. Okay, then I've got two more of my iguana roses, and the only way you can really handle a vase like this is to do a sort of asymmetrical look with your flowers. I mean, it just, otherwise, like, unless you have the perfect flower that goes up and falls out, it looks odd. So here, let's see, here we go. I think we can get this. All right, like that. And then, if we needed to, we could put, I mean, this actually looks kind of great, just like this. Can't decide. I'll try a little touch of this Cassino, but you could also leave it as is. Then my last piece here, I just cut a little bit off the top, and I'm trimming it and sticking this right down in here, okay? To add like one more touch. But I love the line of this bud of the Lisianthus. So if you can see, it feels larger this way because it's slightly off center, and that's why it works when the eye sort of looks at the bottom and sees the top. And I'll stop talking about it now because I'm going on and on. Let's see, what else was I gonna do? Oh, here we go. I still have this one I'm coming to, but I have this old bottle I think is so cool that my mom got me. It's from St. Louis, where I'm from, and I was going to use it for my last piece of Lisianthus. It's a beautiful turquoise color, and turquoise and purple look really nice together. So I'm going to put my last stem of Lisianthus in there, and just leave it like that, I think. I say that, then I go grab something else. I think I want one piece of Solal. I just love like the simplicity. This would be a nice thing, you know, on a shelf, a bookshelf or something. There we go. Now, let's see, last piece. Finally gonna fill this up. Oh, I get two more. Okay, let's see. Here's what I wanted to do. I have my Brasachia. I love this stuff, it's cabbage. And what I'm going to do is put a little Solal and stick in my two Brasachia in here with the rest of my Delphinium, I think. And I will tell you that this cabbage looks awesome, and you can fan it out. Sometimes it smells like cabbage, but like the water in the vase, you have to change the water frequently. But it's worth it because it looks so cool. And here I've got my two pieces. Go right in. And I'll have to do my tally here at the end, but I feel like it's quite a bit of vases here. There we go. Isn't that nice? I'm going to stick this here.